All right, so you want to know what it really takes to be a telecommunications analyst? Well, you've come to the right
We're
place.
going deep on this one,
Yeah.
beyond the surface.
You sent over some materials from RoleCatcher, which seems super helpful, by the way.
Yeah, they're a great resource.
Lots of good stuff in here. So let's dive into this career guide you found and see what it's all about. What does a telecommunications analyst, actually DO all day? It's more than just tech jargon, right?
Absolutely. It's about connecting the digital dots in a way that makes the world tick.
Okay, love that. Connecting digital dots. I like it. So let's get specific. Imagine this. A CEO is about to launch a massive new product, global live stream, investors on the edge of their seats.
High stakes.
Huge. And then, bam, the feed drops, the conference call crashes, chaos in the boardroom.
Every company's worst nightmare.
And guess who saves the day? Our trusty telecommunications analyst. They're the ones who swoop in, figure out why the system decided to take a midday nap, and make sure it never happens again.
Because in today's business world, reliable communication is everything.
It's the lifeline.
Absolutely. Think about all the data flowing through those networks every millisecond. Financial transactions, medical records, top secret stuff.
It's an invisible world.
That's a great way to put it. And telecommunications analysts, they're the guardians of this invisible world. They keep the information flowing securely, reliably.
The unsung heroes of the digital age. I like it.
And they don't just react to problems, they're proactive. They're analyzing network traffic, spotting those bottlenecks before they even happen. They recommend upgrades, changes, anything to optimize performance.
They're playing digital chess, it sounds like.
Kind of. It takes a strategic mind, that's for sure.
I mean, it sounds pretty intense, right? Keeping the digital world spinning.
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
You said it. And these RoleCatcher sources agree. They don't sugarcoat it. One quote mentions a high degree of responsibility, which is putting it mildly.
Yeah, you're responsible for mission-critical systems. There's always pressure to keep things running smoothly.
No downtime allowed. But hey, pressure can be a good thing, right? It keeps things interesting. Plus, the rewards in this field, they go beyond just a good salary.
Absolutely. It's intellectually stimulating, constantly evolving. It keeps you on your toes.
This career guide mentions working with cutting-edge technology. Sign me up.
Oh yeah, 5G, cloud computing, the Internet of Things. You're on the front lines of it all.
So cool. But, of course, there's always a flip side, right? They also mention job instability.
That's the double-edged sword of progress. Some areas are more vulnerable than others. Automation, outsourcing, that kind of thing.
So you always have to be learning, adapting. It's not a set it and forget it kind of career.
Exactly. And that's where the skills and strategy source comes in. They really stress the importance of, being proactive.
Love that. Don't just wait for the future to happen. Go out and make it happen.
Yes. Network. Seek out professional development opportunities. Never stop learning. Because the industry sure isn't slowing down.
And speaking of getting ahead, what about breaking into the field? They had some great advice on getting experience, even if you don't have like a PhD in telecommunications.
Internships, volunteer work, even personal projects, anything that shows you're passionate and you have the skills.
Right. It's one thing to talk about troubleshooting a network in a job interview, but can you actually do it?
Exactly. Employers want to see that you can walk the walk.
Show, don't just tell.
And it's not just about technical skills anymore. Communication is key too.
Oh, tell me more about that. So it's like you need the tech skills, but also the people skills. That's interesting.
It's a crucial combination for sure. Especially in those high-pressure situations, you need to be able to explain things clearly and calmly, no matter who you're talking to.
Right. Because not everyone speaks fluent tech jargon.
Exactly. You might have a CEO breathing down your neck, investors freaking out, and you got to stay cool, collected, and translate those complex technical issues into something everyone can understand.
You're like the tech whisperer.
Haha, I like that.
Okay, so speaking of nailing that communication, this source had a whole section on interview prep with sample questions and everything. Super helpful.
Oh, those sample questions are gold.
Seriously, they really make you think on your feet. Okay, so one question that really stood out to me was, how would you go about securing a telecommunications network?
Ooh, that's a big one. It's getting right to the heart of it, for sure.
Right. So how would you tackle that in an interview? What would a good answer sound like?
Well, first off, I'd want to show that I understand it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. Network security is a multi-layered beast. You got to consider everything from who has physical access to the servers all the way to how data is encrypted when it's traveling across the internet.
So it's more than just firewalls and strong passwords.
Way more. It's about understanding the weak points at each level and having the right defenses in place. I might even throw in a few technical terms just to show I know my stuff, like intrusion detection systems, things like that.
Ooh, fancy.
Right. But then I'd bring it back to the bigger picture. Because securing a network isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. New threats pop up all the time. So I'd emphasize the importance of continuous learning, staying updated on the latest security protocols, best practices, all that.
So it's about being proactive, not just reactive.
Exactly. You got to anticipate those curveballs.
Which brings us back to RoleCatcher. Because they don't just give you the information, they give you the tools to actually succeed.
I'm telling you, this platform is incredible.
They have a CV and resume builder, job boards tailored to your field, even AI-powered interview practice.
It's like having a personal career coach, but without the hefty price tag.
I know, right? Okay, so there you have it, folks. Your deep dive into the world of telecommunications analysis. We've covered the challenges, the rewards, and the essential skills you need to thrive in this ever-evolving field.
And we've only scratched the surface.
Exactly. There's a whole universe of information out there just waiting to be explored. So take what you've learned, keep digging, keep asking questions, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one designing the next generation of communication networks.
Now, wouldn't that be something?